All right, welcome to Dunedin Ice Stadium on 101 Victoria Road for the Women's National Championship Tournament. 4 teams from around the nation, Auckland, Christchurch, Wakatipu and Dunedin will be competing, and this is anybody's weekend. Any team wins 2 games, they win the national championship, and any team, I think this year, is capable of beating any of the other teams depending on how they go on the day.
For sure.
My name's Bill. I'm told I've got the face for radio and the voice for print. I'll be joined in the booth by Connor, the tech. He's going to be looking after everything. Nathan's going to be on the camera, and joining me for the color commentary is Caitlin Henderson from the Dunedin Thunder Women.
Yes, hello.
Welcome along.
Thank you.
So tonight we have the Wakatipu Wild versus the Canterbury Inferno. And the want to start with some shout outs for the Christchurch Inferno or Canterbury Inferno. Brendan Hart Real Estate, Harcourt's Gold, Town Planning Group, and Ultimate Design and Renovation. So it's wonderful that we have businesses that support these teams from around the country. Also some information on this weekend semi-finals. So puck drop will be in about 5 minutes. And it's going to be Wakatipu Wild versus Canterbury Inferno. Then at 6:15 this evening will be Dunedin Thunder against Auckland Steel. So currently Wakatipu is ranked number 1. Dunedin and them tied, but Dunedin had or Wakatipu had the point differential. So Dunedin got second place, so they'll be looking at they'll be competing against Auckland Steel this evening. And the winner of each will go. So if you're in the Dunedin area, you can get down here. Come on down to the 101 Victoria Road. Come enjoy some great hockey this weekend.
It's really anybody's weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be some great hockey. And yeah, it's going to be a good weekend. So the officials for tonight, referee will be Chris Watson. On the line will be April Donaldson and Sonia Texley. And we want a few shout outs for the Wakatipu Wild for their team sponsors. We have Morrison's Irish Pub, Golden Homes, High Country Carpenters, Queenstown Print, JJ9 Services, Little Flick Fireworks, Hamish Walker Real Estate, Administration HQ, NZ, Monday Hair Care, ADC South, Rado and Associates. And then here we have for Liv Tuig, family and friends sponsored her. She's over from Minnesota, where also Kelly Nelson for the Wild is also from. And we have a shout out to her dad, who apparently is a Vikings fan. We want to convert him to an Eagles fan, but sadly he's a hardcore Viking fan. And we also have a shout out for one of her sponsors, Jeff Anderson over in Minnesota. So big shout out to him for helping sponsor Liv for this year's competitions. We'll continue on with the, we've got the Crew Room, Radiant Spa, Queenstown Hardfill, and Small Planet. They're the player sponsors. The team sponsors are Tautahi Tattoo in Queenstown, Golden Homes, Morrison's Irish Pub, The Locker Room, Little Flick Fireworks, Enigma Hockey, Queenstown Health, Industrial Fitness, Bunker Street Film Company bringing you the live stream, Upholstery Workshop, Sign It Signs, More FM, and The Mountain Scene. Also Platinum Villas, luxury villas in Queenstown. So the players are going to line up now. And if we have time, we're going to try and run through the lineup for the Inferno.
All right, so who have we got starting over here?
McGillis.
So Sierra Margolis is starting in goal for the Inferno. And then they have number 21, Hannah Shields at centre. Number 6, Emma Kloss on the right wing. Number 18, Lucy Jane Hart on the left wing. Number 13, Annika Cameron in D. And number 25, Eden Greaves in D.
Now 25, I thought she had a concussion.
Oh,
Interesting. Okay.
well, I guess we'll see who starts very soon.
Yeah. And for the Wild, we didn't get the starting sheet. Got the list of players, but no starters listed. So we'll see who comes out on the ice. I believe it'll be number 22, Kelly Nelson. Number 9, Inga Kemp. 16, Liv Tuig. 32, Caitlin Hollier. And 27, Lucy Boniface.
I think we have Jordan Witchman in goal.
Good cover, good cover. Just getting ready for the puck drop for the first period. The women's semi-finals. Wakatipu Wild versus Canterbury Inferno. And again, looks like it's going to be great hockey this weekend. And again, it can be anybody's tournament. So Nelson is going to face off against Shields. And Wakatipu wins the face-off. Helmrich pushes it behind the Hollier behind the net. She's going to skate it out. Circles back around, lost it in front of the net. Shields keeping pressure on. And it's wrapped up the boards to Kemp, unable to get it out. Number 6 gets a shot on goal. Away, and then it's kicked out or pushed out to Nelson. Nelson off to Tuig. Tuig down into the corner. Going to come around the boards, out to the bottom of the circle. I think that's Kemp that has it. Canterbury player falls over. Centering pass up to the top of the slot. Hollier skates around, bottom of the circle. Goes behind the net, looking for support. Nelson goes out to help. Drops it off for Nelson, cycling it. And Canterbury comes away, bringing it out behind their net. And they'll push it out into neutral ice. Hollier will collect it. And Tuig will take it in across the blue line, top of the circle, down to the bottom, backhand. Push behind the net. Still has it. Push back behind the net. And bottom of the circle, tries to backhand it, but is knocked wide. We have a penalty coming up. It's going to be a hooking call.
Number 13, Annika Cameron in the box for 2 minutes.
Yep, she's the one of the assistant captains. I remember her from the tournament last year. Very good player. So our first power play for Wakatipu with 18:30 left in the first period. Wakatipu wins the face-off. Nelson gets a shot knocked down into the corner. Tuig brings it out in the corner up to Nelson. Nelson back to Tuig. Back to Nelson to Tuig. Bottom of the circle up to top of the circle. Quick shot on goal, but Margolis was able to eat it up. There'll be a face-off in the Inferno zone. Wakatipu wins the face-off. Nelson has it, looking for Hollier. Cross ice. See where she goes. Nelson goes in, drops it into Tuig down the bottom of the circle. She had a little bit of control problem, and now Christchurch or Canterbury is going to be able to knock it out. Jordan picks it up, pushes it to Hollier. Hollier up to Nelson in center ice. Takes it across the blue line. And now top of the circle, she's going to try and push in. And a weak shot on goal and just smothered up by McGullis. So Caitlin's one of the forwards for the Dunedin Thunder women.
Yes, yep. I was for a couple of games this season, but unfortunately had to take a step back. Got a bit of a concussion, which isn't always that good.
Yeah. So Wakatipu wins the face-off again. Dump it down into the corner. Wrap it around the boards behind the net. Tuig centering pass. No one there. Shields is going to hopefully dump it down zone. Unable to. Back to Hollier. Hollier up to Weeks. Weeks takes it into the zone with Kerr behind in support. And we still have 30 seconds on the power play. And Canterbury skated behind their own ice. Up to Shields at center ice. She's going to get a shot away. It's caught by Wickman. She dumps it out to the side. And they dump it back into the zone on the Wakatipu side of center ice. So, and the power play, we're back to equal play now. Canterbury, nice job keeping it in. Helmrich's going to take it behind her net. Pushed up the side, but Canterbury's able to get it. Brings it right down along the goal line. He's going to get a backhander across the mouth of the goal. Nobody could knock it in. And they're going to cycle it around. Pushed in front. Weeks now has it along the side. Kicks it out into center ice. And Canterbury will start in. It's picked up by Kerr. Kerr dumps it back into neutral. Wakatipu getting a partial line change. And Bennett's doing a good job forcing it. Was lost. And that's deflected up into the Canterbury bench. So it's 15:37.
Yep. Oh, 15:43. Or is that a replay? That's a replay.
So Wakatipu wins the face-off. Ord tries to dump it forward, but Canterbury is able to knock it down. They get it into the zone. And Ord has it behind her own net, kicks it along the side. 24, I think that's Strain. Up to Bennett's. And it's lost. Now number 8 takes it into the zone cleanly. Top of the circle, gets a shot away. Saved by Wickman, kicked wide. Forrest Hayes. So Canterbury will start behind their own net. Number 9 pushes it along the boards. Good pressure from Wakatipu, keeping it in. Nelson's in there fighting. Strain. Cross ice pass. Strain's able to push it back into the Canterbury zone. Canterbury knocks it out cleanly. Partial lane change. Kemp up to Nelson. Nelson's going to get a breakaway here. Goal!
Oh, wow. Beautiful goal.
Yeah, Nelson got the pass, went in, got a shot by the top of the circle, and was able to get it over the glove hand of McGullis, upper right-hand side.
Good start for Wakatipu.
Yeah, but let's see. The thing that's impressed me this whole season is how the women's teams have been able to overcome adversity from even big leads and whatnot, and they've just shown so much grit.
Yes.
Yeah, we saw it with Auckland and also now Tuig in, shoots wide. And we saw it with Dunedin also when they came and split the game. So
Yes, yeah, that was a very exciting game.
yeah, that second game was brilliant. And to have it come down to a shootout, you don't see that too often.
No, you don't. It was probably one of the more exciting games in the Women's League so far.
So Toohey digs it outside of the net, centering pass, and it's kicked out. This may be an icing if it has the legs, and it will be. Hollier gets to it first. And there's 13:34 left in the first period. Wakatipu Wild lead the Canterbury Inferno 1-0. So we have Bobby Weeks from Canada is going to be facing off against Shields, I believe. Shields wins the face-off. Oh, quick turnaround from Hayes. And it's knocked out of play. There'll be a face-off deep in the Canterbury end. Oh, weak pass from weak shot from Boniface, but they went through everybody's skates and sticks and actually got on goal. There's a big battle for it now. Hayes is in there. And Canterbury brings it across ice. 26 takes it into the zone. Has 27 in support and also 90. It's pushed behind the Wakatipu zone. Wakatipu a little bit, nobody was going for it, and Canterbury, to their credit, was able to out-hustle them. This is pushed down. This should be icing.
May have been a little bit of a miscommunication in Wakatipu's end there.
Yeah, but interesting that Canterbury looked hungry.
They do.
You know, they're seeking it. They're going for it. And, yeah, in this competition, you have to. You only get one loss and you're out of the gold round.
Yes, exactly.
So Wakatipu wins the face-off, pushes it up the side to 8. It's able to be kept. No. Two sticks hit each other. Now it's backhanded to Shields. Shields going to get a shot. No, pushes it out to the side from the slot. That's top of the circle. Back to Shields down in the corner. Broken up by Weeks. 6 for Canterbury has it at the bottom of the circle. Back to the point to 8. Cross ice pass. Nice pass. Opposite point. Good shot. Knocked wide by Jordan or Wickman in the goal. Pushed up the boards. Shields doing a nice job of trapping it, keeping it in. Helmrich now has it in the opposite corner. She's going to dig it out, try and push it up. And keep in mind, for those watching, this is a very wide, it's an Olympic-size ice rink. So it's a much bigger rink than what most of the teams are used to playing on. Should be a good advantage for Dunedin. So Hollier starts from her own zone. Good stick check there by 27. She keeps it in the zone. Good hustle. Going to get a shot here. Oh, kicked to the side. Off a skate. Now Strain has it. Pushes it into center ice. It gets past. Hayes is going to be in a foot pursuit. And Canterbury get it out of the corner. Come behind their boards. Push it up. And it's tied up in front of the Wakatipu bench. And Canterbury will take it back. So Canterbury takes it into the zone, dumps it. And Orr has it. She's going to push it up the side. Gets pushed up and is just out of the zone. And it's dumped forward. And Wakatipu will start from behind their own 2-egg to Nelson. She's going to crash the net. Nelson's going to get a... Oh, beautiful.
Is that another goal for Kelly?
No, it was a beautiful pass to Tuig, but McGullis was able to stop it and break it up.
Oh, that's good.
Pass was a little bit too far. But yeah, Canterbury is in this game for sure. So, puck drop, goes back to the goalie. Goalie pushes it to the side, goes behind the net. They wrap it around. Kemp has it in the corner. And now Tuig is in there fighting with Shields. And tried at a centering pass. 8 picked it off. It's going to bring it behind the net. Start to skate it out. Try to push it back. Gets it up to Shields. Wakatipu Nelson's able to steal it up to Kemp. Kemp just dumps it in to the opposite 8. Over to 9. A few collisions at center ice, and now Nelson's going to take it into the zone. Splits the players, a weak backhand, and McGullis will tie it up for a stoppage of play with 9:16 left in the first period. What are your thoughts on the game at this point?
It's very even so far, I think, in terms of possession. Queenstown have definitely had a lot of shots compared to Canterbury, but Canterbury are hungry for it, so it'll be interesting.
Oh, it's far from over.
Yes.
So Wakatipu wins the face-off, takes it behind the net. I think that's Hayes with Weeks in there, but Canterbury's able to get it out. Boniface keeps it in. 22 comes across, is able to knock it into neutral ice, and Boniface will dump it in. Kerr comes out. Weeks keeps it in the zone. Has Mills in support. She's going to get a shot from the slot. Weak shot. Mills picks it up. It's going to cycle it to the top of the slot to Hollier. Broken up nicely by Canterbury. They're going to skate it out of their own end. And Mills is able to break it up, push it back into center ice. Gathered up by .28, and now, Kerr does a nice job keeping it in the zone. Good stick checking. Canterbury cross ice pass. And now cross ice pass. Canterbury gets it in neutral zone. Dumps it down cleanly. And Orr picks it up, tries to get it out, kept in by Canterbury. They're battling for it and get it into neutral ice. Pushed in, delayed offsides, now they're clear. And Wakatipu brings it back to their old goal line behind the net. Dumps it backwards to Strain. Strain will start out with good stick check from Canterbury, and 90 is able to get it off of her, turns it around quickly, takes it into the zone. Hollier comes across, breaks it up. Orr now skates it, pushes it across to Hollier behind her own net. Hollier will skate it out. Good forward pass to Strain. Strain will take it into the zone, top of the slot. Shot broken up. Gets the rebound in the corner, looking for support. Centering pass to Tuig, unable to get a stick on it. And 27 takes it in for Canterbury. Quick shot knocked down into the corner. And Nelson pushes it up to Tuig. Tuig's going to take it in, loses control, almost gets it back, but Canterbury, now Nelson pushes it back in. Shields down low. Nelson, she's getting double teamed, and Shields comes away with it. Centering pass out to Helmerson. Helmerson takes it up the other side. Now down into the corner. Going to come in, try and stuff it. Goes wide of the net. I believe that's Tuig with it. She has it, top of the circle. Going to get a quick pass over to Nelson. Broken up nicely by stick checking by Canterbury. Dumps it backwards. Tuig centering pass. but broken up. It's pushed up the side to Helmrich to Tuig. Tuig side of the circle, brings it back into the top of the slot. Going to get a backhander away. Goes wide. Nelson picks it up in the corner. Quick shot across the mouth, but wide. Boniface is able to push it back in behind the net. Kemp is putting pressure on along with Tuig. They keep it in, and now it's pushed out. Oh, high stick here. But Canterbury didn't touch it, so it's not called. Kemp goes to take it in, lost control or lost vision of where it was. And backwards pass to Mills. Mills has five players around her, splits two of them. But Canterbury comes away with it. They're going to skate out. They have a 3-on-3.
That's Emma Kloss going in there.
And Wakatipu brings it out in the corner. I believe that's Hollier. Hollier skates it to the middle. 90 keeping pressure on her. She takes it across opposite circle down into the corner. She's going to bring it behind the net. See what they can get set up. Centering pass knocked out by 9. 9 pushes it up the boards. Weeks is able to keep it in. And then Mills pushes it back up ice to Kerr, and it goes to center ice and is dumped back into the zone. Wakatipu will take advantage to almost a full line change. Canterbury number 8 will start out from behind her own zone. That's Abby Barrett. And intercepted pass, and Hayes and Bennett now has it in the corner. Is that 6, Cameron? Kloss.
Emma Kloss,
Kloss
yeah.
broke it up nicely. And now it's a foot race. Helmerson pushes it into neutral. Shields picks it up. 27 gets out. Now they're clean into the zone. Broken up, pushed back into neutral ice. And Orr keeping good pressure on. Cross ice to Hayes. Hayes going to get a shot away. Knocked wide. Side of the net. Pushed out. 13. Cameron has it. Pushes it up to the side. Kemp is able to keep it in. And Barrett will wrap it around the wheel. Trying to get it out. Boniface does a nice job keeping it in. Pushes it up to Kemp. That's down into Tuig. And Barrett is able to dig it out up the side, but Kemp keeps it in again. Now it's pushed out to Shields at center ice. Helmrich breaks it up. And now Nelson's going to go in on a breakaway. And what a good save.
Beautiful
Glove
save.
save.
Well done.
Wow, she didn't get a stoppage of play there. She dropped the puck, kept it in play, and she could get an assist here. Shot goes wide. And it's pushed out in front, and Tuig picks it up right in front of the net. There's a 3-on-2 here for Wakatipu. And good stick check broke that up. Bought the team some time to get some more support down. Nelson has it in the corner. Centering pass to Tuig. Cannot get a handle of it right in the front of the net, top of the crease. Now Hollier has it. It's going to skate it behind. Dumps it around to Kemp. They're going to cycle it. Kemp coming in from the side to Tuig. Tuig shot wide. Needed to one time that. And Hollier keeps it in. Shot goes wide. And Tuig keeping pressure on. Is able to get it off the Canterbury player. Side of the circle, centering pass to, I believe that was Hayes got a shot away. Maddie Kerr got the shot away. Centering pass to Hollier, right in the breadbasket. McGullis is doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, that's one thing that Queenstown does very well is cycle in their corners. They keep that puck moving and they set up those good shots.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Does McGullis play for the national team?
I couldn't tell you.
But she's definitely keeping them in this game.
Yeah.
So Wakatipu wins the face-off. Helmrich has it at the point, dumps it down. Back to Kerr. Kerr behind the net. Meets up with Mills. Mills takes it the other direction. Centering pass. Nobody there. We're going to have a penalty coming up here. Yeah, it's going to be against Wakatipu for probably hooking or interference. Hooking. I'm not sure, is that 79 or?
Possibly.
So is that 28.7 seconds left in the first period? At 79, or is in the box, 2 minutes. So let's see if Canterbury can take advantage of this. They have it at the side of the circle, back to the top of the circle. Going to get a shot away. And it's knocked down and pushed down ice. Looks like there's 40 seconds left. So Shields is going to start out in her own end. Nice pass up to Barnett. Barnett takes it in. Oh no, that's Klaus, is it? Klaus back to Shields, down to Klaus. Bottom of the circle. Turns around. They've got it set up. Back to 13. Deflected high over the net. Tried to center it. 13 shot. And caught out of the air with her pads by Wickman.
Good position by Canterbury in that.
Yeah, absolutely. They had it set up in the zone. They were cycling it with 5.8 seconds left. Or was that 2.8?
I think it was 2.8.
And that'll do it for the first period. Wow, thoughts on that period?
I think it was a very even period. Apart from maybe shots, there's, well, Wakatipu, I think they have 15 shots to 2. So it's even in possession, but not quite even in shots.
Yeah.
I think it's still going to, game's not over till the fat lady sings, is it?
Yeah, especially in this league. Anything can happen. And it's great to see that Canterbury definitely wasn't demoralized by one goal. They're in this game.
Yes.
And they got set up nicely in that power play there, and they're still going to have, is that 1 minute and 1 second left?
Yes, yeah.
To start the second period. So it's going to be very interesting.
Will be.
So we're going to leave you for a minute. We'll take a 5-minute break for 10 minutes and see you back here in about 15.
Perfect.
All right, welcome back to Dunedin Ice Hockey Stadium at 101 Victoria Road. Coming back for the second period for the Wakatipu Wild versus the Canterbury Inferno for the semis to see who's going to play for the Golden Round tomorrow evening. Players are starting to take the ice. The officials have been out for about a minute. And remember that Canterbury will be starting with a power play for 1:01 seconds as Orr will get back in the box to serve out the rest of her, I believe it was a hooking penalty.
We've got 68 viewers on our live stream at the moment.
All right, shout out to them.
Oh, it's gone up even more, 72. There you
Nice.
go.
All right, so remember, if you're in the Dunedin area, come down. It is free admission. This is national level female hockey for free in Dunedin. So we have a game currently going on. Wakatipu Wild versus Canterbury Inferno. And then at 6:15 tonight, we have Dunedin Thunder Women against the Auckland Steel. And then tomorrow, the third and fourth playoff will be at 3:30. And the grand final will be at 6:15. Presentations on ice will be about 8:30 tomorrow night. So come on down 101 Victoria Road in Dunedin. So it's a very even first period.
Yes, yep.
And still anybody's game. Let's see, Canterbury got set up nicely
They sure
at
have.
the end of that period with the power play. And let's see how they get on now. See if they can get the box set back up and keep cycling it, get some shots, and maybe tie this thing up. So we're going to have Shields versus Nelson for the puck drop.
Canterbury look to have set up interestingly with Kloss all the way out on the right wing.
So Canterbury wins it. And is that, can't get a number, has it Canterbury behind her net, dumps it backwards. And Canterbury will start outside of the circle. Centering, Nelson picks it up, gives it to Tuig, top of the slot. She's going to go around the defender. Oh, and just shot wide. And Nelson knocks it forward. Now it's kept in by Hollier. And pushed around the back. 14 will push it back up to 14. Now into center ice to Shields. Shields is going to give it to Kloss. Kloss takes it in, but Hollier is able to get it. Start from behind her own net. We'll push it down with 4 seconds left on the power play. We're back to even strength for both teams. So Wakatipu did a good job there breaking that up. And it's kept in nicely by Weeks. Tries to come across. Knock back. Kloss has it. Circles back. Comes across the front of her own goal. Now it's going to go behind her net. No. Changes her mind. Pushes it up. And Wakatipu is going to be able to keep it in. And it gets knocked up into the Wakatipu bench. So there'll be a face-off.
Good strong
I think
start.
I think there's going to be a face-off deep in the Dunedin, or are they going to have it in neutral ice? No, deep in Dunedin. I mean in Canterbury's end. So it looks like Bennett's wins the face-off. Little miscommunication. And now Canterbury will get it the opposite side, try to push it up, kept in by Bennett and Orr. And now Gardner takes it in, cross ice. He's going to get a shot away, but it goes wide. And Bennett picks it up around the side. 26 tries a centering pass, but it's going to go back into neutral ice. 90 dumps it in. That's Bearguard.
That's Nerese Gordon over in that corner, number 27.
Yep, she has it right there. Quick shot goes wide. And it's pushed around. 26 has it the opposite side. Back to 8, unable to keep it in the zone. Now cross-ice pass with pressure on by Hayes. And now she's going to get a shot. Not unable to pick it up. Has it in the corner. Bennett comes in, takes it away. Dangerous pass there to Cameron, I believe. Cameron's going to get a shot from the top of the circle. Gets knocked down. Bennett has it in the corner. Canterbury get it, top of the circle. Centering pass, nobody there. And it's pushed up the side. Garner has it in her own zone. Backhands it. This could be icing if it has the legs. It won't. But it's kept in nicely. It's going to be a shot from the slot. And a rebound is knocked wide. And Nelson's able to dig it out of the corner. She's starting out with Tuig in front of her. Kemp on the opposite side pushes it forward to Tuig. Centering pass. And a goal! Beautiful centering pass to Kemp from Tuig. And Wakatipu takes a 2-0 lead at 16:33 of the second period.
Inga Kemp. She's one of the talents in the Wakatipu Wild team. She's a younger player too.
Yeah, absolutely. There's quite a few younger players. Although around the league, Dunedin had a lot of young players also, and that's what was so impressive to me, that they kept their composure after losing the first game so much, and then to come back and win an absolute barn burner.
Yeah.
Yeah, just very impressive. Showed a lot of character and grit.
One good thing about Dunedin is that we've got a very good team culture.
Nice.
So we're good at keeping our heads up. And we've lost for a few years, so we've learned how to lose.
Yeah, well, that probably speaks volumes about the coach and also about the captains.
It does. It's a very, very supportive team culture in Dunedin. But you see that with most of the teams as well, all of them in the Women's League.
Yeah,
very
it's
supportive.
Yeah, it's wonderful sport. It really is.
Yeah.
And, you know, as much as everybody's a hard competitor, they're friends at the end of it, which is also wonderful. Great sportsmanship.
Exactly.
So Canterbury wins the face-off, have it down in the corner, push back into neutral, and this may go for an icing, as Mills won't be able to get there. Is that 82 got it? I don't have an 82 on the card.
Is it an 80, maybe 87?
87, okay, there's my eyes. Bradshaw.
There we go.
So Canterbury wins the face-off, but goes back to neutral ice. They dump it forward or dumps it in. Mills has it top of the circle. He's going to get a quick shot. Oh, a little collision behind the goalie.
It's one way to score a goal.
So we'll have a face-off deep in the Canterbury zone. Let's see how Canterbury comes back mentally and recovers from this, because they're still in this game.
Absolutely.
Canterbury won the face-off. Cameron takes it behind, or Garner takes it behind the net. Pressure put on. I think that's Shields with it. Shields up to Gardner.
Has she got the legs?
Oh, she got mugged. It's going to be a penalty against Wakatipu. Coming up, as you see the Canterbury goalie racing to the side to get that extra player on in a delayed penalty. But Wakatipu were able to get control of it, and of course that whistle's play dead.
Number 70 something?
Could be 79 or, I'm not sure. Yep.
79, yeah.
So or again, 2 minutes, I didn't see what the call was.
I think she might like her 2-minute breaks.
Was it hooking or holding?
Might have been hooking again.
So Wakatipu wins the face-off, but stolen nicely by Canterbury. Let's see if they can take advantage. Nelson knocks down the shot. Now cross-ice pass to Shields, top of the slot. Cross-ice kicked by Nelson. Here Tuig's going to get a breakaway. Shields On. Goal!
Wow.
Tui gets a short-handed goal. Wow, unlucky play for Canterbury.
Once Tuig's got that puck in possession, she puts the burners on and she is gone.
Yeah, and a skilled player too can hit the upper corners.
Yes.
I'm sure her dad is proud of his punch back in Minnesota.
I'm sure.
Yeah. And also to her supporter, Jeff Anderson. So a big shout out to them. And Canterbury still in a power play. And Hollier has it. Now in the corner back to 90. And it's kicked out by Kemp. With 1:10 left on the power play to Canterbury. Number 8 will start out. Barnett will start out. Behind her net. Cross pass. Up to Gordon. Now back to Gardner. Gardner's going to skate around. Take it into the zone. Backhands it behind the net. Nobody there pursuing. Now 26 is in. Gordon. Barnett has it. Going to come around the side. Try to wrap around. Now Shield has it down in the corner. He's going to kick it back to, I think that's Cameron. Barnett. And it's pushed back. Wakatipu will take advantage and get a shift change. And it's intercepted by Tuig. Coming cross ice. Dumped back to Nelson, but Nelson had overskated where the pass was. And now Nelson have it top of the slot. Quick shot. Knocked down. Both teams. The moment Bennett tries to clear it, can't. Good pressure by Canterbury. Good stick checking.
It's Norris Gordon coming around the back of the net.
Top of the slot. Weak shot gets away. Rebound out in front.
We're back, everybody.
Push to the side. Barnett has it. Then Wakatipu has it, trying to push it out. Again, Canterbury doing a great job keeping it in. And they're putting it right back up. Remember, we're in the second period, so it's very hard to get line changes, especially in the opposite zone. So now we're going to have Tuig with a breakaway. Looks like Weeks in front. Oh no, that was Kemp again. But unable to pull the handle on it. Tuig intercepts it. Skates around, top of the circle. Shields putting good pressure, good stick check on her. Tying her up a little bit, but Shields does a good job getting the puck out. Cross ice pass to, I believe, Gordon. Is it?
Hogland, from what I can see.
Hogland, yep.
That's Gordon there.
So Gordon takes it into the zone. Has Shields in the middle, but pushes it wide. Helmrich pushes it behind the net. It's going to wrap around, but it looks like Barrett's going to be able to keep it in, or Gardner. Keeps it in. Kloss fighting for it down there. Kemp trying to get it out. Now Nelson has it. Up the side. She comes top of the slot. It's going to get a shot here. It goes high. And they're going to cycle it. She still has it. Side circle. Brings it back. Circles around. Dumps it to Boniface. Boniface. Good pressure from Kloss. And then Helmrich will gather it up, take it behind her own net, skate out, try to push it up. Kloss does a nice job of breaking it up, pushes it back behind the net. Boniface will push it up into neutral zone. Mills is going to have to hold up, stay on side. And now Canterbury will start out from behind their own net. Kloss has it circling back down in the corner. Pushes it up to Cameron. And Hayes fighting for it. Behind the net, Wakatipu. Is that Kerr tries a backhander and it just sits next to the net. Hollier is able to tries to keep it in, but no. Kloss is able to get it out. And now it's pushed back into the zone. Hayes keeping pressure on, and we...
Offside, I believe. Now, Lucy Boniface, I think she's just come back from Uzbekistan. I think she was playing some hockey over there.
Yeah, I believe she was over there.
Yeah. She's a great wee player.
So Bennett wins the face-off, but Canterbury's actually able to get it again. It's Gordon. Good hustle there. Wow, and it's just kicking around. Now Hayes comes out with it and is able to push it into neutral ice. 87 Bradshaw dumps it into the zone. I believe that's Hollier. Cross ice pass to Orr. Orr pushes it up to Bennett, but a little bit too far, and is pushed back into center ice by Keeley. Centering pass, turnaround shot, but knocked down. 90's going to get a backhander to Gordon, but wasn't able to pull the trigger. Now it's put out to Bennett. Bennett dumps it into neutral. And Hogland pushes it in. Now Orr will gather it up in the corner. Backhand up. Bennett picks it up, crosses into neutral ice.
And that might be Kemp.
And Kemp does a great job.
Wow.
And then just unable to get a hard shot away, but some good stick handling skills there.
Yes.
So there's 5:46 left in the second period. Wakatipu leads 3-0.
There's not been a whole lot of stoppages in this period. Or in the whole game, really.
Yeah, it's been a good flowing game, and that again, a lot of that's the help of the big ice.
Yes.
As you can attest to.
Yes. Plenty of room out there, that's
so
for sure.
Shield has it, quick shot.
Here's Boniface.
And Kloss back to Gardner. Gardner's took a slap shot, but it hit off a skate, and now Kemp's going to pursue. The 2-8s go at it. Canterbury pushes it into neutral ice. Shields trying to get it through, but so now Shields will start the top of her slot, pushes it up to Kloss, Kloss to Gardner. Gardner takes it in, shot from the top of the circle. And Wickman's able to hold on. We'll get a stoppage of play in the Wakatipu zone with 4:56.
Well, now Canterbury's showing a lot of promise. They just got to put it in the net.
Yeah, at least they're keeping the pressure on.
They have not given up.
No, absolutely not. So Wakatipu wins the face-off. Mills takes it into neutral, dumps it forward. And her and Klaus will go fight for it in the corner. Klaus comes away with it, but Weeks backs her up. Now Klaus is able to dump it up to Shields. Shields will kick it back to Klaus, who puts it forward to, that's 16, 15 Thompson. And Wakatipu knocks it into neutral. This could go too far and be an icing. And it is. So 4:20 left in the second period. Wakatipu lead 3-0.
Jordan Witchman doing a wee boogie in net. Feeling very comfortable.
Yeah, she's a character. She's always dancing on the bench or dancing on the ice.
Yep. She's our Dill goalie. Our Dunedin Ice Hockey League goalie. She's bloody awesome.
So Kerr dumps it into the zone. And Canterbury will bring it behind their own net to start out. And a pass direct to a Wakatipu player. Pass goes back and it was just a little bit too far. Helmrich to Orr. Orr kicks it out. This could be an icing again. And it's waved off. So 14 digs it out. Good pressure from Hayes. Up to and Dunedin unable to clear it. Now it goes into neutral ice. Helmrichsen has it. And she's with Bennett. Coming behind the net. Oh! Falls down. Looks like there's going to be a penalty coming.
That looked sore.
Yeah, I couldn't see a clear shot, but there's definitely going to be a tripping penalty. I wasn't sure if it was a trip or if she just got caught up on the net.
Number 13, is it?
Looks like it's going to be Anika Cameron. 2 minutes for tripping. So let's see if Wakatipu can get a power play goal here. So Canterbury wins the face-off, dumps it out, or tries to keep it in. And Gordon, wow, Gordon almost had a breakaway there.
She's always putting the pressure on, Una Reese.
Good hustle, so it's pushed forward down to Nelson. Nelson's going to dump it back for Toohig. Toohig comes, digs it out. Top of the circle, gets around one skater. Goal!
Wow, another great one by Toohig.
Yeah, good skills there, wow. So she's played ice hockey in 4 countries, the United States, Canada, New Zealand, and Kazakhstan.
Right. Miss Worldwide.
Yeah. Yeah, so once again, Wakatipu makes teams pay when they get a penalty.
They sure do. They're a dangerous game because they come out of nowhere. Dangerous game, dangerous team.
Yeah. So Wakatipu wins it. Hollier grabs it back. She takes it into the zone. Shields tying her up nicely. And now 24 will dig it out. Keeley. But it goes to Kerr, I believe. Kerr pushes it to Mills. Mills is going to try to center it. It goes up to Helmrich. Helmrich backhands it down into the corner. Wakatipu side of the circle, back to Helmrich. And they kick it out. Hollier backhands it all the way down into her own zone. Now Klaus is hustling to get it. Great to see. Still hustling like that. Shields again keeps it in nicely to Klaus. Backhands it. Klaus is going to get a shot. Goes a little bit high. To Shields behind the net. And then Kerr tries to get it out. There's a collision. Nothing in it. I think that's Hollier wrapped it around the boards, but I'm not sure. up to Mills. Mills centering pass to Weeks. Hits off her skate. A little bit too far. Now Kerr's going to take it in the opposite side, and Mills was unable to get back, so it's an offside. With 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the second period, Wakatipu Wild lead 4-0 over Canterbury Inferno. So Gordon's going to get a shot that goes wide from the top of the circle. She gets her own rebound. Good hustle. Canterbury definitely is not giving up here. This is great to see. 26 gets a centering pass. Nobody able to pull the trigger on it. And it's kicked into neutral. So we have Nelson passes to Kerr. Kerr right out in front. Good save by McGillis. Nelson tries to get the rebound, but it kicks all the way into...
Here goes Gordon.
And Gordon. What a great utility player. She's always there, hustling, stick checking, putting pressure on.
For sure.
So NZWIHL will start out from her own end. Skates pass, sees an opening, top of the circle, coming around the side. Good stick check from, I think it was Cameron broke that up. Centering pass to Nelson. Oh, she got a piece of it, and it was like a knuckleball floating in the air, but McGillis kept an eye on it and caught it and was able to get a stoppage of play.
A great save.
Yeah, it's good concentration because you expect Nelson at the, just outside the crease getting an open shot like that. It's going to be a rocket, but she didn't get full wood on it, and it floated in there. So Canterbury,
Nice period.
Close. So we come to the end of the second period between the Wakatipu Wild and the Canterbury Inferno. Wakatipu lead 4-0, although I have to say there's been a couple breakaways that have really made the difference in the game because it's a close game.
Yeah. And the shot count for Canterbury has come up significantly. I think they're at 13 to 21.
Yeah, absolutely. They went from, I think, 2 in the first period, so they had quite a few, which is good.
Yes.
They definitely haven't given up. They're showing a lot of grit staying in this game, but it actually is a very close game. The score is not a
true reflection of how the game is going.
Of how close it is, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're going to have about a 15-minute break, and we'll come back and see you. But before we go, we're just going to have a few shout-outs to the sponsors. So for the Canterbury Inferno, Brendan Hart Real Estate, Harcourt's Gold, Town Planning Group, and Ultimate Design and Renovations. And for the Wakatipu Wild, we'll try and get a short list here.
They've got lots of sponsors.
Yeah, because they have individual player sponsors and they also have team sponsors.
It's a great way to do it.
Yeah, it's actually it's a wonderful way. I think they're one of the few teams that actually sets it up where they the coaches and whatnot will organize a lot of the businesses in the area to donate for the team, and that knocks the price down for the ladies so they can afford to play at a cheaper rate.
Yeah.
And on top of that, then you have individuals on the team, some of the women that will actually go out and get their company or somebody else in the community to sponsor them. And it's just a terrific way that people can use advertising dollars.
Yeah, and it's a great way to kind of spread the word about women's hockey, especially, Queenstown. They're a hot spot for some hockey.
Yeah, and usually female athletics, it's the true sportsmanship. It really is, because they don't get a lot of glory, they don't get a lot of fanfare, but they're there because they're competitors and they love the sport.
Exactly.
So that's wonderful. We're going to, this is just the start of a great weekend of hockey. If you're in the Dunedin area, please come down to the Dunedin Ice Stadium. It is free admission. There's plenty of games, and these are the top women in the country, many of them playing for the national team. So we're going to sign off now, and we'll see you shortly. All right, welcome back to Dunedin Ice Stadium, 101 Victoria Road, where we're having the female national championship series. And tonight we have the Wakatipu Wild against the Canterbury Inferno. Currently the Wild are leading 4-0, although rest assured it definitely is not a reflection of how close the game is.
No, you never know. Christchurch might just be a third period team.
I'll tell you what, it'd be impressive.
It would be.
Yeah, it would be impressive.
Yeah.
But again, you just have to watch that Wakatipu doesn't get complacent. You know, they do have quite a few. Canterbury has quite a few ice ferns on the team. You know, Cameron and Klaus and Shields. They could be very explosive, and then you also can't write off Gordon, who I just found out she's only 15 years older.
Yes, I believe she's been playing since she was about 13 in this league, and she's always been a standout, so...
Yeah, terrific player. She's a real hustler, like a little Energizer bunny.
Yes.
And she just goes for it, and it's wonderful to see. My gosh, that's great for Canterbury's future.
It is, for sure.
And hopefully for New Zealand's.
Exactly.
So again, we also have the Auckland Steel is going to be playing the Dunedin Thunder women just after this game at about 6:15. So if you're in the, I think this is the St. Clair area?
Yeah, St. Clair, St. Kilda, South Dunedin.
Yep, if you're in the area, or if you want to see some great hockey, come on down, free admission, and help support these women. So we're just about ready for puck drop. And Canterbury wins the face-off. And pass up to Gordon a little bit too far. They've waved off icing. Hollier grabs it behind her own net, skates it out. Cross-ice pass to Kemp, deflects forward. And Canterbury's able to get it, bring it behind their net, push it up to the side. Tuig putting pressure. So that Shields backs it. Not sure if that was the Klaus. Up to Gordon. Gordon takes it into the zone with Hollier. He's going to beat her to the puck. Take it behind the rink. Shields keeping pressure on. Good stick check from Shields. Almost able to keep it in, but
here goes Nelson.
Nelson takes it up the side. Has Tuig crashing, but shot goes well wide. It's going to wrap around the boards back into neutral ice. Wakatipu on a line change. Cross ice pass to Kemp. And again, Gordon putting pressure. And Bearguard had a shot, went wide. Tries a backhander, but broken up by Weeks. Then Bearguard dumps it back in so Canterbury can get a line change. Orr is going to start out from behind her own goal line. Pushes it up the side, but Canterbury's there. Puck comes right in front, backhander from in front, and Wickman's able to fall on it, get a stoppage of play. So we have 18:30 left in the third period. Wakatipu leads 4-0.
Canterbury have come out nice and strong this period.
Yeah, they look determined, which is, again, wonderful. What great grit.
Exactly. Oh, here goes Klaus.
Oh, here we go. Oh, good stick check by Hollier to break that up. Nelson pushes it up the sides, has Weeks. We're going to get a penalty here. It looks like it's going to be against Nelson. Interference.
Is that Nelson? I don't think it is. 21.
Oh, it's 21, is it? So 21. So 2 minutes for interference. Canterbury, let's see if they can take advantage. So it's back to Tuig, who tries to dump it in. 14 picks it up, neutral ice. And now Canterbury takes it in. Klaus on the opposite side. Shield Is that back to Gardner, to Shields. Shields side of the circle, gets a shot away, but knocked down by Helmrichsen. Back to the point, to Cameron. Broken up nicely by Tuig, but then kept in by Cameron to Shields. Shields cross-ice pass to Kloss and unable to pull the trigger. Now it goes back to Cameron at the top of the slot. It's going to get a shot away. I'm not sure the goalie could see it. Shields has it at the side. Cross-ice pass to Kloss. Oh, she had half the net open. A shame she couldn't get that one in.
Jordan has got a lot of traffic in front of that net when Canterbury's down in that end.
Yeah.
Not a lot of vision.
Yeah, Canterbury's come out inspired. This is great to see. As Canterbury dumps it in, takes advantage to have a line change. And Helmrich will start out from behind her own goal, and she's able to get it all the way down the ice with 40 seconds left in the power play to Canterbury. So Helmrich dumps it. Oh, and Biergaard is going to get a great opportunity, but just pushed it a little bit too far for herself. And it's pushed into neutral zone. Kemp's going to go down the side against Gardner. It's a skate race. And now it's pushed across to 26. Hogland in pursuit, with Hollier putting pressure on.
Hollier's lost her stick. Oh, she's going to get it back. Here we go.
I was worried she was going to get a penalty there. She tends to get a bit physical.
Yeah, it is getting a little bit more physical than it has been. Both teams want it real bad.
Wow, so it's kicked down ice. Now it's a foot race. And it's going to be icing. 24 Keeley is able to run it down, get down there first. So Wakatipu unable to have a shift change. They'll have a lot of tired players. Let's see if Canterbury can take advantage with 15:40 left in the third period.
Back to even numbers now too, which is good.
Yep, penalty over. Keeping me honest. That's great, Caitlin.
Always.
So Canterbury dump it into the zone. Hollier will bring it out from behind her own net with pressure from Kloss. Hollier circles back, pushes it up to Kerr. Oh, overreach. Kloss is able to get it. Hollier with a weak shove. And Strain backhands it, tries to get it out. Kept in nicely by Canterbury and now pushed into center ice. Kerr was in pursuit, but unable to get there. Now Canterbury pushes it forward. Hits off Strain, stays in the zone. Cameron and Kloss doing a great job keeping it in. But Wakatipu come away. Now Hollier pushes it up. This could be icing if it goes far enough. And it's waved off. Canterbury player slips. Wakatipu has it down in the corner. Pushed into center ice. Boniface will dump it back into the zone. It's pushed back up. And Bennett will pursue, with Thompson in pursuit. Push it up to Boniface. And Weeks, is that? Here, Tuig now is going to have it, top of the circle. Tries to go around, backhander, gets taken down. Nelson, I believe, has it, cross ice pass. Kemp unable to pull the trigger. Pushed forward by Barrett. No, Gardner. And now Canterbury push it behind their goal line with Tuig keeping the pressure on. And it's back. Collier keeps it in. Up, tried to get it up to Nelson. This is going to get dumped. This is going to be icing against Canterbury. So they won't be able to have a line change. Their line's been out for quite a while. 13:24 left in the third period. Wakatipu still leads 4-0.
Sonia's going to drop the puck. Sonia Texley.
And Canterbury wins the face-off. But it's now turned over behind the goal. Hand pass there. But Wakatipu gets it, so it's not a problem. Back to Orr at the point. Dumps it back down to Weeks in the corner, a little bit too far. Glove gets in the way. Weeks doing a nice job keeping her stick away. Tries a centering pass right out in front to Kerr. And McGullis is able to get on top of that. That was a wonderful play.
Someone very brave playing without a glove there.
Yeah. So we see some of the Dunedin and Auckland players coming through, getting ready for their games. A few of the Ice Ferns. So Wakatipu wins the face-off, comes right out, backhander by Mills. Now Shields will dig it out of the corner. Circle bat stops behind her own net. Kerr's putting pressure on, is able to get it, backhander, but Shields gets it back. And now it's out to 14 up to Gordon. And Hollier is able to get it. She'll start circle back in front of her own goal. Pass up the side. Goes to Boniface.
Sophie Jeffrey's got the puck there from Canterbury, number 14.
And did a good job of muscling past Boniface to get in the zone.
Yep.
And it's kicked back out. Jeffries now tries to take it across the middle. Back to Cameron. Cameron into the zone. Top of the circle. Hit off a stick, went high in the air. Up to Strain. Strain unable to clear. Once again, Gordon down in the corner. Quick stop. Centering pass.
Holly is tying someone up in front of the net.
As a good defenseman does.
Yes.
So Shields circles back from the corner. Goes behind the net. Hollier comes out with it. Pushes it up off the side, but kept in nicely by Cameron to Gordon. Centering pass. And now Strain will have it. Backhands it. Shields intercepts it. Has it at the side. Goes to top of the slot. Cameron will get a quick shot to Kloss. Kloss gets another quick shot, but they're getting knocked down. Kloss will come out of the corner with it. Looking for help. Looking to cycle. Good pressure from Boniface, but she circles around. Gets a quick shot away. And Wickman is able to get a stoppage of play with 11-11 left in the third period.
It's getting exciting.
Yeah, it's definitely an evenly matched game.
Well, Canterbury's been down in Queenstown's end quite a bit this period, which is good to see.
Yeah, they definitely haven't given up, showing a lot of grit. And Wakatipu's able to get it into neutral ice.
Kelly shut down by a Canterbury player.
Yeah. And now Kloss has it in the corner. Tuig's able to come away with it. She'll start from behind her own net. Skate out. Pushes it up to Nelson. Nelson takes it into the zone. Top of the circle. Tries to cut back. Middle of the ice. Tied up nicely by Canterbury player there. I think that was Gardner. Yes. And now Kemp has it side of the circle. Back down to Tuig. Tuig top of the circle, circling top of the slot. Quick shot. Great waffle save. And it kicks up and out of play. We'll get a stoppage and a face-off deep in the Canterbury zone.
Tuig has a very powerful shot, doesn't she?
Yeah, it's good to see, actually, because it's one of the issues in the female league is I would love them to get a lot more upper body strength to get harder shots away.
Yes.
So Canterbury wins the face-off. And they pushed it against the backboard, but it took a bounce right next to the goalie, so McGullis dropped on it. We'll get a play over with 10:20 left in the third period. So Canterbury wins the face-off. 87 is going to push it behind her net. Over to Shields in the opposite corner. Tuig putting pressure on. Shields stops. Pushes it up to, I think, Biergaard. But too far. Tuig is able to get it, but good job by Biergaard keeping it in.
There's Gordon.
And Gordon once again. Tries to push it back, but Nelson's able to intercept the pass. She's pushing it up. She's got Tuig crashing, centering pass. Oh, backhand just goes wide. Tuig centers it again, and Gordon comes away with it. Now she's going to go 1-on-2. Has no support, but gets past one. Gets a shot that bounces over off the glove and over the top of the net. She gets her own rebound. And Tuig's able to knock it back into the Canterbury zone. Wakatipu will take advantage, have a line change. Canterbury takes it behind their own net. Mills and Kerr putting pressure on, able to get it out to 88. 88 centers it, but kept in nicely by Weeks. Weeks takes it down alongside into the corner. Tries to push in, but good defensive move. Brings it across. Picked up by Hollier. She's now going down, cycling back to Kerr. Kerr has it in the corner. Pressure on, is able to come around the boards. Almost lost her footing, circles back. Centering pass to Mills, unable to pull the trigger. It's kicked around. Hollier's going to get a shot. Knocked down, not sure who it hit. Wakatipu has it. And it drops in front. We have a goal! I did not see how that went in, who hit it in.
Yeah. That'll be slightly demoralising for Canterbury, I'd say, but
it looks like 21 Kerr. Maddie Kerr.
sometimes it's those sloppy goals that are the ones that make the difference. Not so much sloppy, but, you know, a tussle in front of the goal.
Yep. We call them weak goals.
Those ones.
And a shame because Canterbury, I wouldn't say they were dominating, but they had really good offensive play there. And then once again, the play goes down. Not a fast break, but a quick transition. And
yes.
Wakatipu able to take advantage of it.
Can't let yourselves be off guard against Wakatipu.
So it's up to Hayes. Hayes gets it into neutral ice. Dump back in, delayed offsides. Now they're clear. Hollier's able to push it up the ice a little bit too far. Gardner pushes it forwards.
Number 15, Thompson, touched that. It'll be Eliza Thompson from Thunder Women Ice Hockey team. That's her sister there.
Oh, nice. That's got to be tough playing against a sibling.
Yep, I'd say so.
So this could be icing. And it is. We have 7:33 left in the third period. And Wakatipu Wild 5-0 over Canterbury Inferno. So Canterbury wins the face-off. Unable to get it out of the zone so far. Nelson putting pressure with, I think, Orr in there. And they finally get it into neutral zone. Hollier came across, I think. No, Tuig. And broken play in neutral ice. A battle against the boards. And Wakatipu comes away with it. Overskated by Kemp. She knocks it into the zone, and Barnett for Dunedin takes it down into the corner. Now pushes it behind her own net. And there's a foot race between Tuig and Kloss, but it goes back to neutral ice. Boniface has it. She pushes it forward, too far for Kemp. Barnett trying to get it out of the zone and is able to. Nelson takes it in, over to Tuig out front, top of the slot, but nice stick check, pushes it into neutral ice. And now Boniface bounces off her sticks, actually a shot on goal. And Wickman gets on top of it as there's nobody there. putting pressure on her, so she must release it. Nelson takes it up the left side. A lot of pressure on. I think that's Gordon that was on her like a suit. Nelson comes back across. Backhander went wide.
Should have gone to Specsavers.
And now Shields will bring it out, dumps it off to Biergaard. Biergaard dumps it into the zone. Helmrichsen has it from behind her own net. It's going to start out off the board. Shields breaks that up. Took a funny bounce, and now Helmrichsen takes it around the side. There's going to be a penalty coming up. Probably a trip. Interference.
Number 90. That looks of that.
Biergaard. Sam Biergaard.
Probably not what Canterbury needs right now as a penalty, but...
Yeah, absolutely not. So what do we have, 5:30 left?
A goal a minute, perhaps.
Oh, don't say that. So Hollier, cross ice pass to the other point to Orr to Hollier, top of the slot, quick shot, right on goal. Morgullis able to swallow that one up. Had a clear view the whole way, and the shot was right in her breadbasket.
Well, Canterbury are not making it easy for Wakatipu at all.
Nah, they're definitely going to be tired after this one.
Yeah.
But luckily we have better times this year.
Yes, no 7 a.m. games.
Yeah. So good job there by Canterbury. Clear. Wow, that was a good hard pass, but unable to even get past the goal line as the size of this rink becomes evident. So Hollier's going to skate it in, top of the slot, get a shot. Saved by McGullis. Week picks it up, brings it behind the net, looking to center to Mills able to pull the trigger, but it gets, McGullis got a pad on it, was able to get it wide. Hollier has it down in the corner, looking for support, taking it behind. Cameron putting pressure, back to Kerr behind the net, back to Hollier. Back to Kerr with about 45 seconds left in the power play, 44 seconds at the stoppage, with 4:14 left in the third period. Wakatipu wins the face-off. Quick shot, top of the circle. Morgullis, no problem. Boniface has it opposite side, tries a one-timer. Good stick checking, but we're going to have, there's going to be a penalty coming here. And it's going to be against Wakatipu. And now we'll get the stoppage.
27.
I'm not sure. Oh, it's going to be a hooking penalty against Boniface, Lucy Boniface. She's sponsored by NZ. Says here she had a pet possum named Joey.
Well, there you go.
Is a competitive solo sailor and still has half of her baby teeth and is 16 years old.
Right.
So definitely a late bloomer. Much to look forward to
of course.
As she grows into ice hockey.
Well, at least if she loses a tooth, she'll hopefully everyone grow in.
Yeah. So Wakatipu wins the face-off. It's going to be 4-on-4 for another 10 seconds. Wow, Nelson almost had a breakaway there. McGullis came out, broke it up nicely. Tuig hustling here. Keeping pressure on. She's going to get a shot, it looks like. Gets around one.
Woo.
Bit of a collision. No penalty called or indicated. And Nelson's in the corner with Shields. And Tuig comes in for support and is able to put pressure on. Shields now cross-ice pass, hits her own player. 27, Gordon's going to try and dig it out, can't. We now have a power play to Christchurch, sorry. And Tuig's now going to have a crack. Gets around one, top of the slot, quick shot, knocked down, gets her own rebound. One times it, goes wide. And now Gardner takes it down in against Hollier. They're going to fight for it in the corner. Kloss comes away with it. Brown drops it off to Cameron. They misdirect it, and it goes back into neutral. So Gordon and Gardner had to come out of the zone. Kloss takes it back in. Top of the circle. Is going to get a shot here. And Wickman is able to grab it. Glove save.
2 minutes on the clock.
2 minutes and 6 seconds. Was it?
I think so.
Yeah. So Cameron able to keep it in nicely to Thompson to Kloss. Kloss has it. Goes behind the net, cycling nicely. Back across the top of the slot around the opposite side. Going to get a shot here. Tried to go top shelf again. Cameron now digs it out of the corner. Helmrich is with her there. Now Kloss has come back. Kloss circles back. Takes it behind the net. Hopefully go back to the point. No, circles back around. Centering pass. 26 there, unable to pull the trigger. He's going to get a shot here. Backhand, interfered with. It looks like it's going to be a penalty. Holding, I believe, against Wakatipu. With 1 minute and 12 seconds left in the third period.
Number 92, maybe?
30-second timeout called by Canterbury. So 92 is Gracie Helmrich. High Country Carpentry sponsors her. She's traveled to 3 different countries for ice hockey in 1 year. Has skied since she was 3 years old and hopes to be a ski patroller.
Wow.
Her family has 6 dogs.
Well,
Holy cow.
That's a lot of work.
So I don't know why the clock was showing the 30-second timeout called by Canterbury. It's 1 minute and 12 seconds left. And Canterbury, unless they score a goal, they'll be on a power play till the end of the game. Shields will face off against Nelson. Nelson wins the face-off. Back to Hollier. Hollier dumps it back, but Shields digs it out of the corner. Has Cameron Kloss, side of the circle. Back to Cameron, top of the slot. Cameron's going to get a shot away. Oh, unbelievable, deflected. And Wickman was able to get her left pad on it. Knocked it wide. Kloss gets it out of the corner. Centering pass, a little bit too far.
I think that one might have given Jordan a wee bit of a fright.
Yeah, I don't think she saw it till the last second. And Tuig doing a great job of getting the puck out of that group. And that was with Jeffries and Biergaard. Goes back to McGullis. McGullis pushes up the side, but unable to get it back. Helmrichsen keeps it in nicely. And we're down to 18 seconds. Last 10 seconds of the final period today. This will be icing. So leave 4 seconds left on the clock.
Wow.
So I think it's safe to say Wakatipu's going to win this one.
I think it might be.
So we have about an hour until the next game starts. 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
And that'll be against Dunedin Lady Thunder against Auckland Steel.
That's the one.
Wakatipu won the face-off, missed the shot, and that'll do it.
That'll be game.
So congratulations to the Wakatipu Wild for their 5-0 victory over Canterbury. Will take them into the final round tomorrow evening, the grand final at 6:15 here at the Dunedin Ice Stadium on Victoria Ride. So we want to give a shout out or a thanks to Chris Watson, the referee for that game, Abigail Donaldson, and also Sonia Texley were the linesmen.
And the ladies in the scorebox have done a fabulous job.
Yep, I have to also thank all the supporters. You know, there's not big budgets in these games and in this sport generally, so we as a community rely on a lot of volunteers and also the goodwill of several businesses.
Yes. So, Wakatipu is off to the gold medal final, and Canterbury will be heading into the bronze medal final.
Yes, and they'll be playing, Canterbury will be playing the winner or the loser of Dunedin and Auckland, and the winner of that will go into the golden round against Wakatipu. Now, who do you think the players of the games are?
I think Twohek had a great game. That's something you can't argue with. But so did Jordan. So.
Yeah, that would be my two picks.
Yeah.
That would be my two picks, but you never know what they're looking for.
I think Gordon on Canterbury, she had a stellar game, and so did their goalie, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm blown away. I'm blown away that she's only 15 or
Yes.
16. That's just amazing.
Yeah, she's had a great couple seasons, Gordon. Number 25.
Wickman. Yeah, she got a shutout. We
Yes,
overlooked that.
We did, didn't we? And Nerese Gordon.
Yep, and Gordon. So
We're pretty good at predicting these things.
1 for 2. Nah, good stuff. So we're going to take a little bit of a break now, and we'll be back in just under an hour for the Auckland Steel versus the Dunedin Thunder women. It's been a pleasure doing this with you, Caitlin, and hopefully you can join us again.
Thank you for having me. It's been great.